Rebuild the party really made a difference. There were 6 of us running for national chairman, and you guys set the agenda. It was an online effort that grassroots activists from all over the country basically came together to say we want to do something different. We have to do something different. We're going to be a majority party. And when we take a look at where we have to go in the future, I don't think anybody better represents that than somebody like Governor Tim Pawlenty. I've had a chance as my neighboring governor from Michigan and Minnesota to get to know him. He's been someone who's come out and helped us out. But I think as younger party leaders, I still call myself younger, but I'm balding and graying and all that kind of stuff. But the idea is that we have to move forward. We have to have somebody who's thinking about where we have to go in the future, who's not afraid to speak up and talk his mind, somebody who's not afraid to do and take advantage of the new technologies and the new opportunities that are going to be there. We are not going to win these elections the old-fashioned way. It'll take a lot of hard work. It's going to take a lot of shoe leather. But we've got to be ready to move forward both on the battleground of ideas, on technology, and on techniques. So with that, you didn't come here to hear me. One of our great bright stars of the future, Governor Tim Pawlenty.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for coming out. Thank you to my... how many of you saw Talladega Nights, The Legend of Ricky Bobby? The scene where he's sitting at the kitchen table saying his prayers for all the things he's grateful for, one of which is his red-hot smoking wife. I say that prayer every night. Thank you, honey, for those kind comments. I appreciate it very much. Thanks for coming out to support Rebuild the Party. The party needs to get rebuilt. We are the marketplace party, right? We say the marketplace should allocate resources in our society. Well, in politics, in the marketplace determiner is something called an election. And the last 2 elections, we got our butts kicked. And so we have to rebuild the party, not by becoming Democrats or more like Democrats, but by getting Democrats to become Republicans. One aspect to do that is technology. And Phil Musser and Saul and the others combined with this effort, VOS, have been visionaries in saying, you know what, we got to call it like it is. We've been 5 or more years behind our competitors on technology. We need to get our leaders' brains around what that means in terms of the competitive disadvantage, and we have to be purposeful and strategic about getting that modernized. And so I want to thank Phil, I want to thank Saul and all the others who've been involved in this effort. Now, technology is a tool. It is not the answer, it is a tactic, it isn't the strategy. But having this tool in place then allows us to get the message out. Now, I'll talk tomorrow morning. I hope you all don't stay out too late and can come for my speech. We have a party that has the right principles. It is the foundational principles our country was founded on. They are time-tested. They are right. Do not doubt that for a minute. But we have to be better at convincing folks who are not yet conservatives why it's a good idea for them to be conservatives or Republicans. Now, let me just also be very blunt with you. We cannot be a majority governing party if we can't compete in the Northeast, can't compete in the Great Lakes, can't compete on the West Coast. I got a 20-point deficit with young people, or 10 points behind with women, only get 20% of the Hispanic vote, and end down the list. And again, the answer in all this is not, let me repeat, is not for us to become more like Democrats. It's to convince, do a better job of convincing and persuading people why conservative principles are good and right for them and for our country. I also say it starts with showing up. And so we have got to make sure that we get out and hustle. And I'll say more about all that tomorrow. But I want to thank you so much for being here tonight. Thanks for taking your time and investing in this cause. If you had a chance to hear Mark Sanford's great speech tonight, he did a great job, and all the folks have been doing a great job. So thank you for putting in your oar in the water and rowing together. And we can get this done. We can get this done for one important reason. One important reason is because it must get done. What about Norm Coleman? Yeah. That's in litigation. That's, I will tell you this.
What's the solution?
The solution, yeah, you know, real quick, there's multiple levels of court process that could take place depending on what goes next. One or the other candidates may decide not to take it that far, but if they go all the way, with the Coleman-Franken legal process, it'll end up in the U.S. Supreme Court, and it could be fall before you have a U.S. Senator. So who knows? Who knows? But let me just wrap up by saying that, yeah, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. As to this technology piece, Winston Churchill said, when you are finished changing, you're finished. We cannot be finished changing as a party. Ronald Reagan was a great leader. I came of age with Ronald Reagan. I love him, as you all do. But we also have to find the new Reagans, and the new Reagans are in this room. So let's carry it forward, and let's go out and govern and win and lead on behalf of the conservative cause in this great country. Thank you very much for that.